How you doing with Bryan Hughes? And today our special guest is Mary Cullen. Good evening, Mary.
Good evening, Bryan. Thank you for having me.
So, it's a pleasure. So, Mary, we discussed my Spanish is not good, right? But how do you say how you doing in Spanish?
¿Cómo estás?
So, ¿cómo estás with Bryan Hughes?
Estoy maravillosa.
All right, that's awesome. So good to see you live and in person. I know that we've been Facebook friends for a couple of years. You've got so many exciting things going on in your life. And I know that you're always interviewing people. So it's good to interview you for a change, right? Where you can kick back and I got to ask the tough questions.
Thank you. Thank you, yes.
So what's the temperature out there in Miami, Mary?
Miami is my home.
Mm-hmm.
I start my modeling there before in Colombia when I was a little, with my twin sister. She was, she's fashion design for, apparel and earrings, necklace, and we started when we were so little. And also my mother is a fashion designer, my grandmother is a fashion designer, and I started in this industry very early. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So you have a long history of designing and your family and passed down. I'll tell you, that's a very beautiful picture behind you, and you look very beautiful live. So what's that picture from? Is that one of your modeling pictures?
This was modeling. I was in Austin, Texas. That photo was taken for Karel Cedeño Ramirez. He is a Cuban photographer. He took.
Oh, beautiful.
Very successful.
No, it looks amazing. So how's the weather? How is it out there? How's the weather in Miami? Is it hot? Because right now we're in winter here in Pennsylvania, Philly. It's freezing.
No, it's 70s. It's fresh. It's good. It's good. It's not too bad.
So I wore a special jacket for you because I know what a fashion designer. Now, this is not one of yours, but how do you rate it? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up. I like it because I like everything gold. It's
All
shiny.
right, you do. Gold is good. That's awesome. Who doesn't love gold, right?
Yes, I love that color. It's perfect.
Well, thank you. So you've done. I know there's a little delay because you're in Miami, and it's like you speak. You're bilingual. You speak two languages, or do you speak more?
English and Spanish, the best.
Okay. Yeah. I speak two languages too, English and Brooklyn. So that's the second language. So anybody from New York, it sounds like if you have a hard time hearing me, that's because of my Brooklyn accent.
Oh, okay. I have been in New York several times, and actually I have family there. My auntie.
Really?
Lived there. My cousin lived there too. My cousin Sharon, she lived there. I have some family, and I have been several times. I love New York. It's one of my favorite cities.
It is. I'm very biased. It's my favorite city. When's the last time you were in New York?
I have been all the seasons. In all the seasons.
Everywhere?
Yes, everywhere.
You travel a lot, right?
Yes, I travel. I like to travel. Yeah.
So you were born and raised, right? I know where? In Colombia?
I was born in Barranquilla, Colombia. Shakira and Sofia Vergara City. I'm proud.
Wow. That's awesome. So how long did you stay there before you came to America?
Since I was little, I came.
Really?
Yes.
So when you were young, okay.
Young.
So do you still go back? Do you still have family there?
Yes, I have some family in Colombia. My mother lives in Aruba, in the island.
Oh, yes. Sounds so beautiful.
My sister, they come and go, but they are living now in Colombia. Yes. my older sister, she has a company there, and my twin sister, she's involved in politics system. She worked with, with in presidents, yeah, with a minister.
Ah, very nice. How is how's Colombia's how is COVID? How are they facing COVID right now? Is it good or bad?
It's better. It's actually getting better. Getting better now.
Beautiful. Awesome. And how's the economy? Is it flourishing? Is it thriving? Is it like here's a lot of inflation right now? It's a weird time.
The economy is, I think it's like here, like you just say, it's always good.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's dive into it. So what I know about you is you've been in Miami. That's where you grew up, right? When you left Colombia, right?
Yes, I am.
And then you got very involved in modeling. So tell me, so you got involved as a child in modeling, right?
Do you think how we start in Miami, the modeling?
Yeah.
Well, I have some friends there, and they have some, stations and channels. And one of my friends, producer, he tell me to be a host there, and I was in a host in La Descarga. It was a big show there, and they start, calling me to modeling, to do some, how do you say, some for clothes.
Sure.
And some friends that they are from Colombia, I do that for them too. They're here in Miami. Mhm.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Yeah, you sent me. We're going to be putting up some of the modeling pictures you sent. They look beautiful. Kevin's going to put them up. Kevin's our executive producer. So shout out to Kevin Tobias making this happen. So then you have a twin sister.
I have a twin sister.
So how many siblings altogether?
How what?
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Just two sisters.
Two sisters? Okay, nice. And one is a twin, right?
Yeah, my twin sister. That's it. And we're three.
That's cool. And then, but your mom was also into fashion designing, right? She was a fashion designer?
Yeah,
and your grandmother. So you have, go ahead.
And my grandmother, she works, she's still, thank God she's still alive. She lived with my mother in Aruba. And she tell me about when she was working for Christian Dior, the big designer, long time ago, and I was excited. And next, my mother, she traveled a lot into Venezuela, here, Aruba, and she was involved with United Colors of Benetton the most, yes. And I'm proud of her. She's my soulmate. That's why I like everything about this, and I was sometimes her model long time ago of my mother.
Yeah, but they're beautiful pictures. No, I can understand. It's great. I mean, yeah, you started your modeling career, right, at 9 years old, right?
So 9 years old. Yeah.
Wow. At 9 years old, I was playing in dirt. That's what I was doing. I'd be in the, you know what I mean? There's no modeling in my family. And matter of fact, most of them have better hair than me. But I got a lot of siblings. So, but I was a musician. I used to play drums. I used to be in a heavy metal band. And, now I realize that I just love people. I love learning about people. And that's what I started. The How You Doing with Bryan Hughes is just a great conversation about people. And obviously, you're very famous in Miami and obviously, I guess, around the world, right? Because it's also, your studios are in what, eight countries or 8 cities?
8 countries, 8 countries.
8 countries. Woo. So tell me some of the places.
Yes, I continue modeling. I went to, Austin, Texas, and when you are in this industry, you meet a lot of people, and I, was in Modelemi Agency with It was so great. It's so great. It's still, we stopped a little bit because COVID-19, but we continue later next year. And actually, somebody invited me to go to Paris next year, in Cannes Festival, and we
Oh,
talking
nice.
about it. It's a project to modeling too.
That's awesome. Now, listen, I mean, people think modeling is you just got to be beautiful. I mean, you are very beautiful, but it's a lot of work, right? Just because someone's beautiful doesn't mean they can make it in modeling. There's a tough side, a dark side to it, a lot of competition. Tell me like some of the wins and some of the struggles, because I know there's a lot of women that are going to be probably listening to this podcast that they may want to model or their daughters may want to model. So why don't you give us some inside scoop?
Okay, if a woman, I know leaders or older, they want to be modeling has changed with the years. Before it was like, Europe, in Europe is different. Here is different. In Colombia is different. In Latin is different. But I think it's all over the world, model are models. If they want to start this career, my advice is they have to take some classes and have an agency. And, women's child under 18, they have to be always with their parents or somebody that take care of, because this is really, carefully. It's a career, and it's beautiful career. You meet too many people. It's not only money, but it's like you shine, but you have to be starting to. It's not only modeling, it's your mind, and be on your feet is my advice.
So,
Be yourself.
great advice.
Everybody be yourself.
Right.
Some people will try to change you. You have to do this, you have to change your color of your hair, or you have to be skinny. So many people wants to be, not eating. That's not good. That's not good.
Right.
It's just an advice mentally, and it's a career, and going to the agency and special people that advise you.
No, that's great advice. I mean, because like anything, you have to be educated, right? You have to, like you said, have a good agency.
Professional persons, professional academy, professional agencies that and they advise you and guide you. Yes.
So what was your first big break? What was when you knew you made it as a model? What was your first photo shoot that really made you say, "Wow, I did it, Ma"?
I was 17 years old, and I was modeling for shoes, for boots. It was Boss.
Oh, really?
It was Boss, yes. I still have the photo, but I didn't send you. It was in a pack.
Yeah, you should send it over.
I didn't send you, but I was very young, was 17 years old.
Okay.
And a friend he has a company. It was a jeans company. It's not now. He put me in a poster. I said, "Oh my God, it's me! I can't believe it." I was very young. I start, for persons in an agencies too. It was really fun. It was so beautiful memories. I was so young. I remember that. Yeah, right.
I know. No, that's a great story. Yeah, no, I mean, there's something about seeing yourself. Like, I can't believe you're on my show. You know what I mean? So it's phenomenal because when we became friends on Facebook, because Facebook is great because you can meet people. I know people complain, they fight, and I don't look at Facebook for the negative. I try to always look at the glass half full, positive. You know what I mean? Like, you can make anything you want out of it. People can make it negative or positive. For me, I'd never have the opportunity because obviously, if you see my tan, I haven't been to Miami recently, right? So I've never even been to Miami, but now I have a friend there. You know what I mean? And we never would have became friends if it wasn't for Facebook. And then I learned about your show.
Yes.
So let's talk about that because that's pretty cool, right? So I know that your grandmother worked Christian Dior, right? And then your mom was also, and then you got your break at 9. You did modeling, but then you were part of a TV series, right? So tell me about that. That was the HSN Network, right?
Yes, HSN Network. Oh yes, I started that after, the Mary Cullen show. I meet, was my producer, Francois La Rosa, a Modelemi too, as a model. I work in HSN Network as a model. They sell things. And, my producer and manager, Francois La Rosa, he sent me there. It's like I tell you, people, people and people and people and people, and you never stop in this. Yes. Yeah, but
No, that's phenomenal.
I was actually not in Austin, Texas. I still doing it.
So how often do you go to Texas?
Every time they call me. All the time.
Oh, yeah?
I have 2 homes, one in Miami and one in Austin, Texas.
Awesome. So one great beaches, right? And great music scene in Miami, and the other one has great barbecue, right?
Yes. Austin, Texas is great. Actually, I do a lot of things in Austin, Texas.
Seems like a lot of people.
Everybody, I hear people from LA. I see a lot of people from LA moving in Austin, Texas. It's great to hear about it because this is a nice city.
Yeah, you just read my mind. That's what I was going to ask you. I've seen a lot of people leave California and LA and then move into Texas.
We have South by Southwest. You hear about it with big producers, musicians all over the world in February and March. They do that.
Right. So, Mary, growing up, obviously, you looked up to your grandmother, your mother, your sister. You're very close with. She is your twin. I was going to say she's like a twin, but she is your twin. Who did you, as a model, when you were modeling, right? Who did you look up to in the modeling world?
How so?
Well, who was some of your influences? Like, did you have a favorite model? Did you who did you admire growing up?
I like Cindy Crawford. She's so
right.
Beautiful. She's so beautiful, and she's still modeling. I love her. I like her style.
Yes.
Sofia Vergara.
Well, Sofia Vergara, right? Yeah.
From Colombia. Yes, I admire her a lot.
Well, she is phenomenal. I mean, Cindy Crawford, she was one of the original, they came next level, right? That's when, what do you call them? They had, they took fashion modeling to the next level. They became, she's part of the real supermodels. That was like when everybody she became a real supermodel.
Claudia Schiffer is beautiful too.
Yeah, I think I always had a crush on Cindy Crawford. So Cindy, you're out there. I know you're married, but you're still beautiful. You know what I mean? She's an amazing woman. And Sophia.
Gigi Hadid is boom, so beautiful, so gorgeous.
No, she was awesome. And then they gave her a hard time with that one movie she did, but it's okay. But no, it still did all right. But I think Sophia, she obviously a famous model as well. And then she's done a lot of TV. She's in that Modern Family for years, hysterical. So speaking of TV, let's go into what I found is when we became friends, I was looking at some of your things that you posted, and I love that picture of you with the microphone, the Mary Cullen show. So tell me about the Mary Cullen show, when it started, and what's it about? Because you interview a lot of people.
Okay. I went, I was working in Miami in La Descarga show, and that show finished. And after, start traveling Austin, Miami, Austin, modeling, I I was fine in another fashion show. I meet with this great and fantastic director, Francois La Rosa of Starfield Production. I start working with him as assistant, his assistant production. And we talk about it. He started doing from Telemundo a show, and we put my show in Telemundo. Uh, they
Awesome.
need some a host. I did a casting and I passed. It was a new show. It was the Mary Cullen show, and it was so great. I interviewed celebrities in two studios, one in Austin and one in Miami. But when pandemic stopped everything,
Yeah.
but we start doing it like you're doing it now, because this is fantastic. And we stopped a little bit because we start doing some other productions. But the Mary Cullen show was hit. Everybody asking me about it, and I will start to do it next year. February, March, we start again with celebrities. And
Beautiful.
you're welcome to. Yes,
I would
we.
love to be on. I'd love to be on the Mary Cullen show. You know what I mean?
You will. Just
All
with
right, in
I
2022.
do it in Spanish, the mostly in Spanish because it's in Miami,
Of course.
and I do in English too, of course. We see how, because you start doing things, and one thing is another and another, success and success and success. And I am very grateful because, it's really a big show. It's a nice show. And I feel so great about it, about all my experience in TV.
Well, I watched it, and I watched a few of your episodes, and they are phenomenal. Just on YouTube, and you had a lot of people that have viewed it, and it was very professional done. You were at different award shows, and then you had some one-on-one interviews, and it's great. I mean, and I know that I know you want to go back to it, right? But people
Yes,
are finally just starting to come out
yes,
after the holidays, right?
yes. For holidays now, everybody's traveling, but we're doing it. Yes. And next year in January 22nd, Saturday, I will receive an award in Miami for my show. Yes, with my programming and producer Francois La Rosa. They are going to give me an award. Yes.
Congratulations.
Award. Yes. I am so excited. They told me just last week.
So this is a big announcement, right? That's phenomenal.
I
So it's great to be recognized by your peers and people in the industry of what you know what I mean. You've a lot of accolades, Mary, and you work hard and you do a great job, and it's phenomenal. And people just they gravitate towards you. And speaking of projects, they just keep coming, right? Because you actually now, you have your new production, right? At line, right? Which is I got to make sure I say, is it BLU Bisse Production?
BLU Bisse Productions, yeah, right.
Right.
New product.
And I like the logo because I'm a fish head, right? So it's a beautiful male betta, right? It's blue.
It's blue. It's blue is my fish.
It
That
is, right?
is actually my fish. Yes,
That was your fish.
it's his photo. Yes.
That's
His photo.
great.
He let me pat him. It's amazing. People think that only cats or dogs or other pet
Right.
let you do it. No, he's amazing. I put that because of him. Yeah.
What was his, did he have a name?
Blue.
Blue.
Like blue, like blue. That's why blue is production. Yes, I just
It's funny. Oh,
yeah.
no, I loved, Siamese fighting fish are beautiful. They make so many varieties. And listen, like I said, I've been raising fish since I was 10. And I used to breed angelfish. And I had like 9 fish tanks during the pandemic because it was either two things. I was either eating too much, watching too much Netflix. So I started to go crazy and I created went back to my in-house aquarium. And Kevin came over and he brought me a 30-gallon fish tank. And now I got a bunch of silver dollars in there. But gold is a nicer color, but I haven't seen any gold dollars fish yet. I don't know. They need to make some. So is Blue still doing well?
Yes.
All right, good. We want to make sure it's a happy fishtail.
Thank you.
So tell me about BLU Bisse Productions. Tell me a little more about it.
Yes, you know, nobody knows, but well, so many people knows. When I graduate of, I am filmmaker. That's my real profession in this industry. I graduate in Bellas Artes Art Institute in Barranquilla, Colombia. I was very young, and I decided to study something about it. I did before a short film for graduate, and I stopped because modeling, host, everything. And after I worked with Starfield Production and all those things I decided to do my own company that produce films and do other special things about this industry. And I was talking with, I was looking for some scripts and whatever, and I was amazed about Infidel because I like love stories, you know.
Sure.
Yes, this is about Infidel is a film about a model, is a top model that she have a breast cancer, and she discovered that her fiance is cheating on her, but she decided to continue. It's about that. I cannot tell everything because we are for the opening. We cannot talk until film festivals approve
Right.
and everything. But yes, I was excited about it, and I'm going to do the red carpet I think in January 2020. We're talking about it, about the red carpet. Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
So
I like, I
you
like, yes.
you're in it. You're actually in it too. You make a cameo, right? And right?
Yes, I am in it. I am the fashion designer for the models. And this is that kind Europe style, it's Europe style, that movie.
So it was great. I saw you in the trailer, and you're playing a fashion designer.
A fashion designer, fashion designer are so, models, we are like, oh my God, we don't know what to expect with them because, we are like mannequins for them. Believe me.
Really? Well, you design a lot of clothes, fashion designer, clothes design, right?
I'm now starting design purses, some
Beautiful.
purses, and some clothes. And in March next year, I will have my first fashion show and opening about Marie Colin apparel. Yes.
That is awesome. I can't wait.
I'm excited about everything. I say, oh my God, I'm doing this and this and this and this and this. I never stop. I don't want to stop. Never, never, and never.
No, well, you got the energy. So how long was the filming? How did you do the filming during COVID? Was it tough? Did production take longer?
We start, we do it, we start, talking about it we stopped because of COVID-19, and 4 months ago we did it. Yes.
Oh, 4 months, wrapped up the whole thing?
Yes, all things. We did it. Parts, because COVID-19, still, they open and close, but we finished already, and we are going to have the red carpet soon. I told you.
Nice.
Maybe.
And you said the red carpet's going to be where? In Cannes and
we're going to
France?
do it here.
Right.
We're going to do it here in USA, in Austin, Texas, because everybody is there. And we going to submit to several festivals, and probably in Cannes next year.
Nice.
We'll see.
And that's in where? That's in Paris or France?
Paris.
Paris. Very nice. That is awesome. So we've got that, and then what's next? You don't have enough things on the project, right? What are you going to get to do for the holiday? You're going to take any break? Because it sounds like there's no break.
Yes, I will take some break, of course. I will take some breaks in these holidays, and family, the same like everybody used to do it. Yes, but
all right.
Yes, we have some breaks. Yes.
And you also have 2 children, right?
I have 2 children. I got married very early, but divorced, and yes, I have 2 children. They are my life, my everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Where do they? Are they with you in Miami or?
They come and go. Miami, Colombia.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, and my youngest is now in Madrid, España. He's doing some studies there. Yes, engineer. He's industrial engineer. And my older son, he's a physician. He is now doing his specialization in oncologist. Yes.
Well, Mary, I love your smile.
He's a musician too.
Oh, really?
Piano, guitar, and flauta, but he's more than piano. He plays more piano. Yes, he's a musician.
So the drums and the piano are cousins. They're both in the percussion family. So there was too many keys. I got too confused. But the drums, it was good. I can make a lot of noise, but that is a phenomenal. But they're both in the same family. One is a lot harder. You know what I mean? But drums, you got to do this. You know what I mean? If you can do that, you could be a good drummer.
Yes, that's it.
Well, I am so excited for you. You got so many great things. We covered so much stuff, from modeling to movies to your new film coming out, to the Mary Cullen show back in action coming up. I mean, I am so excited. I'm a big fan, and I'm going to be watching, and I look forward to seeing you again. And we're going to be plugging out the trailer, and I'm going to be looking for the red carpet pictures. I want to thank you so much for being on. How you doing with Bryan Hughes?
Thank you for having me, Bryan. It's an honor for me. Thank you so much, and have a great holidays, and I see you soon.
Thank you, Mary. You too. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play and you're fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa,
You got some good taste.
you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you're pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, to pieces.